Okay, so have you seen the statue that they made in Boston? It's a hard pivot. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so excited to show this to you. Okay. This is awesome. oh, oh, oh. Okay. Okay, so the inspiration is this photo. A beautiful photo of Dr. King and his wife. Yeah, you see where this is going, don't you? So, you know, as a simple artist myself, I would probably just do the whole figure. You know, we have enough swords photos to do their, you know, their legs, and, you know, we know what their faces look like from every angle. But no. No, this artist, he's not like other artists. I don't even know the gender. I don't know the artist. But they're not like other artists, okay? They're different. They're special. Yes. They are a pick-me artist. So they decided to just zoom way in and crop just the arms out of this image and sort of 3D model it. Yeah. So I don't think I have to tell you what it looks like. I think you can use your imagination. Definitely not just arms is what I saw, for sure. Yeah, she is. She's averting her eyes, because she's a woman of God, okay? She said, "Not today, Satan." She's holding her phone close to her, because it has a Bible verse on it. And it's just bad from every angle. It's only bad. Like, the decapitation is such a choice. Like, why did you do that? And then also, like, this weird, like, you also, like, cut off their arms from their body, like, in such a weird way. Grabby arms. Yeah, those hands they're not good. They're just terrible. What are you doing? Who let you do this? Who let them cook? It's just so, like, grotesque. And I mean that in, like, the academic sense. Walter Benjamin wrote an essay right after the photograph was invented, and he talked about how the lens can, like, disembody you by only zooming in on a certain part of the body. You literally, like, are cutting people's bodies up, and, like, it's not, like, literally violent, but it is, like, aesthetically violent. Because, like, before the photograph, like, that wasn't a thing. Like, you might do, like, a study of a hand or something, but, like, for a disembodied body part to be the end piece was, like, kind of jarring, you know? Like, you just, like, sliced up that whole person. As far as, like, history is concerned, like, did they even have a rest of their body, you know? Like, it's, like, I don't know. Very, like, it's a heady piece. But I do find it interesting. The work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction. Yeah, he spoke of how, like, the camera lens supplants the need for your own eye. Like, it literally replaces your eye. And in doing so, it chooses, like, what you are looking at, like, what you see of, like, a given, like, subject. Yeah. Why would you slice that off and send it to me? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Like, just an out of context, like, it's just kind of strange, you know? Like, even if the person likes, like, they like them in context, you know? uh, yeah. So, like, it's also weird to, like, include in this homage of MLK, like, his wife. Like, I'm not against that, like, overtly, I guess, but, like, he did cheat on her a bunch of times. So, uh, this is, like, a weird tribute. Yeah. He does not deserve this. He deserves so much better than this. Like, what is this? What is that? This is like some Eldritch chore. Like, why did you do this to my brain? It's like, it reminds me of what is it? I think it's called the Thing? Is that what it's called? Yeah. The Thing. Just the hand from the Addams Family. Van Gogh's here and some randos. Yep. Exactly. Who let them cook? And also, like, the anatomy is just not right. Aside from the fact that it's, like, sliced off body parts, like, is that an elbow? Like, is that the elbow? Like, you know, it's, like, not clear anatomy. And it was very clearly trying to be, you know? But if you're gonna zoom something up that large, like, you have to be correct. Or make it clear that you're doing, like, a stylized thing. Artists do be slicing, it's true. When will they stop? That's the tip. Oh my god. Okay, so I wanted to show you, like, how differently different art and outlets are, like, covering this, because holy shit, it's different. Alright, we're gonna start with CNN. It's gonna be, like, you know, lukewarm, kind of boring. Backlash ensued soon after a monument meant to honor Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife, Coretta Scott King's legacy in Boston was unveiled. The 20-foot-tall, 40-foot-wide The Embrace statue was unveiled on Friday on Boston Common, where King gave a speech on April 23rd, 1965, to a crowd of 22,000 people. The statue was inspired by a photograph of King and Scott King, which captured them hugging after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. The art piece, designed by Brooklyn-based conceptual artist Hank Willis Thomas, only features the couple's arms during the embrace and not their heads, which has sparked some criticism and mockery online. Some people described it as hideous or disrespectful, while others posted memes and said it resembled a sex act. You really buried the lead there, like, oh, some said it resembled a sex act? Yeah, only a couple people said that, for sure. You know. Some depraved lunatics said that, you know. An artwork of, well, we're not sure who. For real. Ugh. It's such a damn shame. Seneca Scott, a community organizer in Oakland, California, and cousin of Scott King, told CNN the statue was insulting to his family. He previously described it as a masturbatory metal homage. That's accurate as masturbatory metal homage in an essay published by Compact Magazine. If you look at them from all angles, it's probably two people hugging each other. It's four hands. It's not missing the heads. That's the atrocity that other people clamp onto that. It's a stump that looked like a penis. That's a joke, Scott told CNN. Yeah. Yup, it's the stump that looks like a penis. I can't believe you even had to say that. Like, who greenlit this? For real. It's the Karma Sutra, but all of it condensed into one image. But Martin Luther King III said on Monday he was grateful to be able to see a statue representing his parents' love story and their partnership. While some people have negative opinions about the monument, he told CNN's Don Lemon, I don't know, how do you say his name? Don Lemon, on Monday he liked it. Well, you know, that's good. At least he likes it. Someone likes it. Yeah, so vanilla. This is like a gimme. Like, this was designed for just like sensational journalism, and you can't even do a little sensationalism. Like, you can't even have one hot take. Ugh. Quote, I think that's a huge representation of bringing people together, end quote, King said. Quote, I think the artist did a great job. I'm satisfied. Yeah, it didn't have my mom and my dad's images, but it represents something that brings people together, end quote. Yeah, it doesn't have their images, actually, but it represents something. Quote, and at this time, day and age, when there's so much division, we need symbols that talk about bringing us together, end quote, he added. Libbers. At least 14 facts, yep. Yeah. I know it when I see it. Representative for Embrace Boston, a racial and economic justice group nonprofit behind the creation of the monument, declined to comment about the criticism and deferred to King III's the comments. They don't even want to say anything. They're so embarrassed. Oh. The Embrace is intended to inspire visitors to reflect on values of racial and economic justice that both kings espoused, the group said about the memorial on its site. Alright, yeah. Typical CNN vanilla lame. Let's get to the good stuff. New York Post. Woke 10 million MLK penis statue insults black community. Coretta Scott King. Uh-huh. That was a weird end to that headline, but alright. It's so bad. I hope I don't get banned for this. Well, it's not them, but mutual does bring people together. For real. Even some kin of Coretta Scott King hated the new $10 million sculpture, just dedicated to her and her iconic civil rights leader husband in Boston, with a cousin claiming it looks like a penis. I like how they had to quote that, because they couldn't just write it, they had to have her say it. The massive bronze piece, titled The Embrace, features two sets of arms holding each other, an artistic representation of the classic photo of Coretta and hubby? Ew. Martin Luther King Jr. hugging after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. The mainstream media was reporting on it like it was all beautiful, because they were told to say that. They were told they had to say that. Seneca Scott, Coretta's cousin, told the Post by phone Sunday, referring to the new artwork on the Boston Common. Damn. They're saying it's beautiful. That is not beautiful. But then it comes out, a little boy pointed out, it's a penis. And everyone was like, yo, that's a big old dong, man. 43-year-old Oakland, California resident. Yo, that's a big old dong, man. So true. Well, if you had showed that statue to anyone in the hood, they'd have been like, absolutely not. For real. I think most people would be like, no, absolutely not. The embrace has been criticized for looking like a phallic image. More like a phallic image than a depiction of a slain civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife embracing. He wrote scornfully in Compact Mag, $10 million were wasted to create a masturbatory metal homage to my legendary family members, one of the all-time greatest American families. True. It is a waste. So dumb. Seneca told the Post that the woke culture allowed the expensive abstract experiment to come to fruition. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's not blame woke culture for this. This was one bad artist. Okay. Members of the King family last week unveiled the artwork near where MLK and Coretta first met in college. Aw. Why did you just put their heads? The sculpture is an artistic interpretation of Coretta and Martin Luther King Jr. hugging after he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, you already said that. Oh, this is your caption. Okay. Martin Luther King III approved the piece, which was designed by conceptual artist Hank Willis Thomas for the organization Embrace Boston. I have questions for you, Hank. I'll look up his work in a second. The artwork's funding was a result of public/private fundraising partnership, the City of Boston said on its online site. It's unclear how much public money may have gone into the sculpture. God fucking damn it. When we recognize that all storytelling is an abstraction, all representation is an abstraction, hopefully it allows us to be more open and dynamic and complex forms of representation that don't stick us to narrative that oversimplifies a person or their legacy. And I think this work really tries to get to the heart of that, the artist says on his website. That's not a sentence, my man. That is the longest run-on sentence I have ever seen. Sure, bro. But Seneca told the Post, the woke algorithm is just broke. I don't know what else to tell you. If you went through all that and that's what you came up with, something's wrong, he said. Online critics were harsh too, including some who agreed the work was pornographic. This is awful, British rapper and podcaster Zuby added in a tweet. Yeah, it is indeed just awful. Seneca's grandfather was one of 25 children of Jeff Scott, son of a slave, who became one of Alabama's wealthiest black landowners, Seneca said. His grandfather's brother, Obadiah, fathered Coretta, whom Seneca said he met once at a family reunion before his 2006 death. Seneca told the Post that while he couldn't speak of other members in his family, he felt the 25-foot wide, 65,000 pound sculpture. Is it just solid metal? What the was a waste of money that should be melted down. A solid brown statue? Like, what are we doing here? He asked. What are we doing here? You can't have that in public. uh, it's doubly insulting to the black community, who still, on average, too many of us are below the poverty line, Scott said. You're spending 10 million on a bronze statue without heads on it? Man, it's a joke. Yeah. Meanwhile, the best way to observe Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday was through action, Seneca advised. No performative, no photo ops. Put your phone down and go do an act of service that no one knows about, he said. Too based. Surprised. New York Post actually, like, did okay on this. Yeah, it is interesting, like, how differently you can cover the same thing when it's like, come on, man, what are we doing? Come on, man, what are we doing? Worth every cent. Like the bean sculpture. True. You can flick the bean and now you can, stroke the... I don't even know. Yeah, it's really something. The way it's, like, so... just wrong. Just wrong, man.